I'm Miss Erica, and I'm a community librarian with the Deschutes Public Library. Today I'm going to show you how to make a family fun sun catcher using just a few materials. And since fall is just around the corner, I'm going to make mine pumpkin themed because I love the vibrant, rich colors of fall. So to get started, you need just a few things. You'll need a piece of paper, and it can be any color, any kind of paper, even newspaper could work. You'll need some contact paper, not this much, but you'll need a little bit of contact paper, something to write with or draw with, scissors, and last but not least, tissue paper. And so, since I love those vibrant, rich colors of fall, I chose reds, yellows, oranges, but you can be as creative as you want, or use what you have on hand. So, the first thing we're gonna do is take our piece of paper and we're going to draw our shape. So since today we're making pumpkins, I'm going to draw the shape of a pumpkin using my crayon here. And you want to make it whatever size you want to work with here. It's not the most beautiful thing ever, but here's my pumpkin. And we're going to then use our scissors to cut around the edge of the pumpkin. And you don't need to have the marks that you made with your pencil or your crayon, whatever you use. You can cut right inside of those. So I'm going to cut out my shape here. Ta-da! And I've got my pumpkin. So our next step is to cut out inside of our shape. So one way that I find makes it a little bit easier is to bend it in half, and you don't have to crease it. You just make a slit like that. And then you're going to cut around. In the interest of time, I already have one pre-cut. So after you've cut around, and you can cut your stem out too if you'd like, you've got your shape. The next part is our contact paper. So contact paper can be a little sticky to work with. So I've already pre-cut out a piece here, but you want to work with a shape or a size that is about twice as big as your shape. So when you're going to cut the contact paper, if it comes in a roll like this, I typically just lay this down on the table or on a flat surface, look at how much space I need, and then just double it. So once you have your contact paper cut, we're going to peel half of it. So I'm going to find a corner here, and I let this one lay flat for a little bit to make it a little bit easier for me. Got some contact paper hacks for you. Okay. So I just need to open it halfway up. And then we're going to take our shape and we're going to lay it down flat on that sticky side. I'm going to press it down. That's not as vital. I just want to make sure it's really stuck on there. And this is what I'm looking at. So I've got my shape, it's stuck on there, and I want to make sure that it's going with the sticky side up on the table. So our next step, and you can maybe even have your kiddos working on this while you're cutting out your pumpkin or whatever shape you're working on at home, is to cut or tear some pieces of the tissue paper. So if you want to use the scissors and work on those dexterity skills, you sure can. You can cut into different shapes. Maybe practice making triangles, rectangles, squares at home, or you can just shred it, which is what I did. So I've got some yellows and oranges and reds I'm working with here. I'm just gonna quickly piece this together, but take your time at home. You can even make shapes or patterns inside of your pumpkins. You just want to cover all of that open space inside of your shape with paper. oranges here. You can use this time to talk with your kids about what they see, or maybe how the paper feels, or different things that you might view if you took a walk out on a nice brisk autumn day. Or maybe even talk about other things that you can make, other shapes that you can make sun catchers out of. So many possibilities. So once you have that inner space filled with your tissue paper, we're going to move on to the next step. I'm almost there. Okay, well, mine's not going to be fully filled, but that's okay. You can use the time that you have at home to fill yours. But our next step, after you have added some of that tissue paper, is to make sure it's laying flat. Hopefully yours will be a lot more stuck on there. And I'm gonna peel off the other side of the contact paper. So give yourself lots of room for this, because it can fold in on itself and do what it does best, which is stick together. So we're gonna take it and also get everything else stuck to it that is in close vicinity. And then we're gonna fold it over, nice and carefully. Okay, so I folded it together, it is stuck together, and this is what I'm looking at now. So we're gonna move on to our final step, and that is to use our scissors to cut around. So I've got tissue paper on the outside. I'm gonna cut around that shape, get rid of all that excess contact paper. You don't need that. Okay. And with a final snip, I have got my pumpkin. So let's give it a whirl, see how it looks. Our sun's kind of going down here. Ta-da! And the thing I like about contact paper is that it's kind of staticky, so it sticks to the window without needing extra adhesive. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.